Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be talking about my games for the Nintendo Switch. What games do I have for the Nintendo Switch? Well, actually, I do not have that many games for the Nintendo Switch. I really haven't been too much into getting Switch games as much as some other consoles, so I only have a few games for it, but there's some pretty good games in here that I've spent a lot of time playing, and then there's some other games I haven't spent much time playing. So, in this video, I will be talking about my games for the Nintendo Switch. So, let's talk about some games. First up, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This was the game that originally made me want to get a Nintendo Switch in the first place. I played a lot of it, and it's really fun. It's one of my favorite games for the system, and one of my most played. The main mode in this game is Smash Mode. There are a whole bunch of different stages you could play on. Some stages are better than others. You can play up to 8 players in this game. So in Smash, there's all these different characters you could fight as. Whole lot of characters. Most characters of any Super Smash Bros. Game. And each character has their own different move sets. My main is random in this game. I play a whole bunch of different characters. So yeah, your goal is just to win the game. Beat everyone. Yeah, that's the main mode of the game, Smash Mode. And then there's the adventure mode, the World of Light, where you go around collecting spirits, fighting characters with spirits which are used for different battle conditions. Like, let's say there's a sticky floor and you need something to help with that, so you have a spirit that will help you with that. And there's some spirits that like increase your attack in the battles. So you just fight characters like you would in Smash Mode. But there's like different battle conditions, and there's like prizes you can collect, and you just keep collecting spirits to unlock more of the map. There's also the spirit board, where you just fight characters to unlock spirits that way. And there's the same battle conditions as there would be in the World of Light. And you can also win prizes this way. There's also classic mode, which is really fun. Each character has their own storyline, and it increases in intensity as you go on, with 9.9 being the maximum intensity. And you just fight characters in the story as you go on, as it keeps going higher and higher in intensity. 9.9 is the maximum intensity, and there's also bosses in the battle as well. There's also home run contest where you could like hit the sandbag with a bat as far as you can, and it's also really fun. So yeah, that's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for you. Up next is Star Wars Pinball. I like Star Wars, I like pinball, so if you like both, here's a game for you. So in Star Wars Pinball, there are different tables based on some of the characters, movies, and even some of the shows, like Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars. So yeah, there's the career mode where you do different challenges, like time challenges or points challenges. And there's also, you could do tables, just solo play, just play on the tables normally and get as high of a score as you can. Yeah, this is a really fun game. I suggest picking it up. Yeah, that's Star Wars Pinball for you. One of my favorites for the system. Up next is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've played this, and I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I'm not into it as much as other Zelda games. It just doesn't really feel that much like a Zelda game. I don't really think it's a bad game, though, but it's just I'm not into it. Like, Zelda, like Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, those feel like Zelda games, while Breath of the Wild, it just really doesn't. So yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just I'm not that into it. Not a big fan of it, though. I could see why some people would like it. Next, we have one of my favorite and one of my most played games for the system, Animal Crossing New Horizons. So yeah, you gotta have an Animal Crossing game, right? So, Animal Crossing New Horizons, it's Like in other Animal Crossing games, you talk to your villagers, and there are many different things you could do around town. Or in this game, an island. In Animal Crossing, there are many different talking villagers you could talk to, all of which are animals. You can catch bugs and fish, which are different kinds at different times of the year. And you can also do other things besides catching bugs and fish, like collecting fossils and collecting fruit, which you can use to make money in this game, which are called bells, like in other Animal Crossing games. So, what does New Horizons have to offer that other Animal Crossing games doesn't? Well, find out. So, Animal Crossing New Horizons, a lot of it is based around crafting. You can craft furniture and tools and other stuff. You can learn recipes from villagers. Usually you craft tools, which are now craftable, which can and will break after some use. And also, new in this game is you can customize your island by using terraforming, such as making cliffs and rivers. New to this game as well are Nook Miles, which are you can get rewards for doing all of your daily activities or other activities that you do in the game, or even just by playing. What do you use Nook Miles for? Well, you can use them to buy items, which can be used to customize your town even further, which is another big part of this game, is customizing your town to decorate it to how you would like it. So those are some of the new features. Also, there's a lot more storage in this game than in previous Animal Crossing games. There are many different activities you could do. Some are at different times of year, some are at different times of week. So each day there is something new that you can do in this game, like in other Animal Crossing games, which adds a lot of replayability to it. So, yeah, this is a really fun game, and I really like it, so I played it a lot. Also, in this game, there is DLC, The Happy Home Paradise, where you can make vacation homes for the different villagers and decorate houses and make yards for different villagers. And there's many different. It adds to the customization and decorating. This the whole game has been about making like your island town however you want it, and you can make villager homes. Use your imagination to decorate, which is really cool. This is like the Happy Home Designer on 3DS, but unlike that, this is actually connected to your game, so you can transfer some items over. Yeah, this is a really fun part of the game, the whole decorating to it. Yeah, this is separate. The Happy Home Paradise is like separate. You buy that separately. And so yeah, that's Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's a really fun game. Played a lot of it. You could also buy items in the Happy Home Paradise, bring them home, and there are also the new shops you can build as well, not just houses. So that's Animal Crossing New Horizons for you. It's a really fun game. I've had a lot of fun with it. Ta-da! Up next is two games in one, Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing. I actually have not played much of these, so I do not have much to talk about. So Sonic Mania, 2D Sonic game in the style of the Sega Genesis Sonic games. Some of the same levels. I haven't played much of it though, so I don't have much to talk about with it. But next is Team Sonic Racing, which is a racing game with Sonic and his friends. You have different teams, so it's a racing game, but you have teams with some of the other characters in the game. Again, I haven't played much of this, so I don't have much to say about it like I do with Sonic Mania. So, yeah, that's Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing 2 in 1. Okay, on to the next game. I've saved the best for last, Atari 50, the anniversary celebration. This is my favorite game for the Switch, and of course I have the Steelbook version, which comes with the poster, and I also have the cardboard cover for it. So yeah, this is my favorite game for the Switch. This is not just any multi-cart. This is a virtual museum. It gives history of Atari over 50 years. It has videos, it has stories, it even has manuals for some of the games. There's commercials. And of course, you could play along with the games as you go through the history of Atari, which adds some interactive to, to it. So yeah, so some of the games in here are pretty good. There's a pretty good selection. Like there's Tempest 2000, Food Fight, Ninja Golf, Miner 2049er, Fatal Run, Dark Chambers, Crystal Castles, whole bunch of games on here. There's pretty good variety. Has a little bit of something for everyone. And not just the old games, but there's some newer games in here as well, such as the reimagined games, which are done in the style of some of the original games that they're based on, but they're just different and modern. So they're a pretty good addition to this collection. There's also Sword Quest Air World, which is a reimagining of the canceled fourth entry to the Sword Quest series, which are terrible in my opinion, but well, the Sword Quest 2 series itself is terrible, not the other stuff. I like that, but I like how there's the fourth entry, and so yeah, there's a pretty good selection of games in here. And also, you can add borders to the games that add a little bit of character to the games as well. For filter, you can add filters, not just, and there's some pretty good games in here as well, which is a great game. Something for everyone. And yeah, this is one of my favorite games. And of course, there's Trevor McFur, which is terrible, but not everything's good. So yeah, that's Atari 50 anniversary celebration. So yeah, those are my physical Nintendo Switch games. All of them. It's a small collection, but there's some pretty good ones in there. So what are your favorite Nintendo Switch games? Comment below and I would like to read your replies. So yeah, that ends this video. What's your favorite Switch game? Remember to stay awesome. Goodbye everyone. See you in the next video.